is David and today I'm recording this video. Let's get started. A war has been going on for billions of years that breeds well-armed monsters who struggle with other monsters for survival, having no particular interest in Earth. No, most of them are relatively harmless as our immune system deal with the weapons easily, but there are exceptions. Niglera fowleri is an amoeba that has not only developed a deadly taste for human brains, but it's also a match for our defense and stars in dramatic headlines. What happens when this monster enters your body? Niglera fowleri is an amoeba, a microbe with a nucleus, one of the smallest life forms on Earth. It's a voracious hunter with bacteria and other critters that it devours whole and rips into pieces. Like many amoebae, it transforms into different stages that helps it survive. But most of the time, Niglera fowleri is in its trapezoid stage, during it looks like a squishy blob with tiny arms and hunts, thrives, and divides. Its natural homes in freshwater, ponds, river lakes, hot springs, but unfortunately, it also feels happy in pipes, swimming pools, fountains, or spas when they're not properly treated. The warmer the water, the more it thrives and multiplies. So in the summer, when the humans seek to cool off and enjoy themselves, the chances are highest both species will interact. Because this is so hard to avoid, millions of people regularly have contact with the amoeba, and especially in warmer climates, people even have to see antibody against it, and this is mostly okay. You can even swallow it without consequences. Things turn bad when people die for swimming in water that contaminated with an amoeba that water splashes high up into their nose. A single drop of lake water can be millions of viruses. Bacteria and amoeba, that isn't really a big deal, but Niglera fowleri is different. Let's just zoom into the nose of an unexpected victim enjoying the great summer day and see what happens. First of all, the amoeba doesn't really want to be inside your nose, as it really looks for trouble. It just wants to eat a few bacteria. Instead, it's created by your natural defenses. Unfortunately for humans, Niglera fowleri happens to be exceptionally good at generally flying under the radar of your immune system. For example, the inside of the nose is covered by mucosa, a slime filled with kills and stuns possible invaders that alert immune cells. But Niglera fowleri is not particularly bothered by them and instantly, calmly checks out the scenery, not annoyed by the whole ordeal. Now, if you're unlucky, the tiny critter stumbles over something that actually sparks its interest: nerve cells. The nose is filled with a large network of nerve cells that pick up molecules from the outside and transmit the information to the olfactory bulb, the center of smell in your brain. To do their job is to talk to other cells by releasing specious message chemicals and recognizing via specific reactors. One of the most important of these is ACHO. Through sheer evolutionary bad luck, Niglera fowleri has recognized electro. It seems to attract interestingly like little moths that are attracted by light. As your olfactory nerve cells do their job, using plenty of alcohol to talk to the brain, Niglera fowleri enters your tissue. It seems to follow the chemical signals upstream. The neutrophils, crazy suicide warriors, begin to attack the amoeba. Individually, the chances as the invaders are large and feared by fighters. They're used to dealing with tough enemies, so the invaders form the intruders and kill them either by vomiting chemicals that punch holes into them or literally ripping them apart and devouring them. But the Niglera fowleri train is still on track. While the neutrophils attack slows them down, they continue to follow the olfactory nerve cells to your brain. This process can take between 1 to 9 days, and you'll probably not notice anything that time. Until the amoeba reach the olfactory bulb, the center of smell, and enters your brain. Your brain cells are nothing more than helpless victims that they are released that wonderful actylone. Nuclear Fallery ignites the mascar and release onslaught various attack molecules. And some of them basically lit bombs that repulse into themselves on contact, and the pieces so easily consumed. But nuclear fallery is now multiplying. It's becoming really creepy and offending feezy. It developed to thousands of suckers called food cups that look like giant eerie mouths. This enraged, your brain cells suck them and rip large bites out of them while they are still alive. Now things escalate quickly. The disease that will kill you sets in. Alerted by the mascar, millions of immune cells, neutrophils, and eosinophils and macrophages invades the infected tissue, which is a problem. The immune system is dangerous and not exactly a killer for fighters. It's like bringing out a forest to kill the wolves inside it. It's a really, really bad idea in your brain. There is no time in the attack the amoebae using other weapons available to them. And from chemicals trying to eat them alive, neutrophils explode themselves to aggregate various expectedly chemicals. Fierce battle ensures. The nuclear fallery can actually fight back itself, attacking and killing many immune cells. The immune system now throws everything it has into a file in vain. The complement system, which tiny protein bombs that kill intruders on their own, easily disabled. Antibodies, usually one of the super weapons, are just destroyed or swallowed. A high fever that usually slows down enemies does nothing. The amoeba actually thrives in the heat. While the amoeba continues multiplying, fight and devour the brain cells, a disastrous chain reaction is taking place. One major thing your immune system do is when they fight back, they cause inflammation, which directly amounts of fluid from the bloodstream to the site of infection. So as the battle rages without a clear winner, more and more fluid enters the brain. At this point, the human will feel symptoms that quickly escalate. It all begins badly: a headache, fever, nausea, and vomiting. The battle spreads rapidly through the brain and serious symptoms appear. From confusion to irritability to concentrate to fatigue, seizures, and hallucinations. Your brain swells up but can't expand due to the bones surrounding it, so it compresses and disables the brain cells that control things like breathing. Usually within a week, the patient dies. Up to 97% of patients infected with amoeba share this fate. In almost all cases, by the time infection by nuclear fallery is recognized and the structures battle for the brain, it's already far along, almost nothing to be done. Not only we currently not have effective treatments, there are also abundance of open questions about how amoeba that usually enjoys its life in the open water can overcome our immune system so effectively. How worried do you need to worry about this horrifying killer amoeba? Well, not very. While nuclear fallery is extremely deadly and the infection is truly horrible, we have only been a few hundred cases in the last few decades. You may be likely to drown in the pool more than get infected. Not only does the amoeba just to get flushed high into your nose, it also needs to get a good grip and make it through your first line of defenses. And ultimately, nuclear fallery is neither evil or huge public health risk. But every year, some unlucky people have to deal with it. We still have so much to learn about it until we have found a way to treat it. Nuclear fallery will continue to be this foul and horrifying thing, hunting in puddles and lakes and sometimes pools. Usually for bacteria, it's occasionally for people. That's the end of the video. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.